Thanks for stopping by. WeAreIowa.com. Here is your Local 5 forecast. Rain chances are very slim for the better part of the next 7 days. There is one little feature moving through on Monday evening that may spur an isolated shower or storm along the north. We're watching that here on Futurecast. Given the setup of the atmosphere, I don't see this being widespread, and even those who do see raindrops, this is going to be highly localized and on the lighter side of the scale. Outside of that, that's it for rain chances, by and large, for the next week ahead. Temperatures remain comfortable, is the way we'll term it. The humidity levels remain on the lower side of the spectrum. The temperatures into the low and mid 80s, depending on your situation across central Iowa. Overall, not too bad as we wrap up the month of August into early Wednesday morning. We start once again in the upper 50s and close to 60 degrees in a couple locations and a decent turnaround. Weak little cold front moving through on Tuesday afternoon. Not rain producing here, but it is something that is going to dial back a couple degrees on the temperatures. Now, smoke is trying to make a comeback on that cold front. That will limit the air quality to an extent. Another very hot stretch of days is ahead too, but some subtle differences from that last heat wave that moved through. Here comes the smoke again behind that cold front. You do see some diminishing returns here on Futurecast, and I do think this is a feature that likely hangs around a bit on Wednesday too, with some lower levels of air quality in that level 2 of 5, if you will. Those with breathing issues are likely going to notice that little bit of impairment. 63 degrees for the overnight low tonight, and we'll bounce back to 85 degrees. Of the next 3 days ahead, I think this is likely going to be the warmest, but temperatures really soar as we move out towards the weekends. But the big difference here this time is the lack of the elevated humidity. Corn is past its peak season. It's starting to dry up. It releases less moisture into the atmosphere. And you see the difference here. Heat indices struggling to make it to 100 degrees. We're talking just a few degrees higher than our daytime high temperatures at worst. So that moisture really does make a difference in the heart of the season. But now that we're on that backward slide, starting to dry things up, less moisture is released, and we're seeing that here in the 10-day forecast with our heat indices. Now, still is going to be hot. Records are into the upper 90s to about 100, so we will be on record watch there. But also what this drier air does, it heats up a little bit more efficiently, and we get a chance to really maximize those temperatures under ideal conditions. That's something we'll also watch, but by night it also means slightly cooler too. So you'll see those overnight lows no longer near 80 degrees. Still, it's going to be mild, don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit cooler than what it otherwise could be. Our best opportunity for rain sometime in the Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. There are some differences in the long run on how that transpires, but that looks to be our next best chance, and maybe dialing back the heat along with it just a little bit.